welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time I am going to be reviewing the Modelones cuticle oil set. I have their brush cleaner, some fall acrylics, and then I also have their number 8 acrylic brush. So I'm going to be swatching the acrylics, I'm going to be breaking in the brush, and then I'm going to be trying out the cuticle oils, because I don't know about y'all, but it's getting cold, and you guys know that I've been doing a lot of work on my new building. And so my cuticles are definitely super duper crusty, and that's why I have these gloves on, because I haven't been able to do my nails, and my with all the paint and paint thinner and everything that I've been touching, I'm like in need of a manicure. And so these definitely will be used. So this set actually comes with 4 different cuticle oils, and I'm super excited to smell them because they are so cute. For one, they kind of remind me of like little perfume bottles, but they are actually cuticle oils. And so we have 4 different scents, which is milk and honey, pomegranate, rose, and lavender. So let me see, I kind of want to smell the pomegranate first. But this cuticle oil, they look like this, and then they literally come with a little brush that you just literally go around your cuticle, but that's what it looks like. Definitely smell like pomegranate, y'all. It definitely does. Oh, it smells so good, y'all. And they kind of look like lip glosses too, y'all. It reminds me of like either the little small perfume bottles or like lip gloss. So hopefully one day I'm not like being delusional or something and not take it out thinking it's a lip gloss, which I'm sure if I put it on my lips it won't be too bad because it's just oil. This one is the lavender. Oh, it smells so good. Do y'all ever like it tells you, like sometimes, like, you know, you say you smell a candle and it tells you that it's like, say, lemon smell or scent or whatever, but you're like, you gotta smell it to see if that's really what it smell like. That's literally me with everything. When I say I'm picky, like I'm super picky when it comes to certain stuff, and I need to see it for myself, like I really do. But that is the lavender. We also have the rose one. I'm trying to give y'all a test smell, okay? Oh, it smells just like roses, y'all. So this is the rose smell, and it literally, like, if you put your nose onto some roses and just sniff it like that, this is literally what it smells like for sure. So next we have the milk and honey. Now I don't know exactly what milk and honey smell like, because I don't think I've ever had anything that was milk and honey scented. This one, I don't know, y'all, I'm not really smelling too much. Yeah, I think I got the wrong one. I don't really smell too much with this one, to be honest with y'all. Like, I'm sniffing real hard, y'all, and I don't, like, I literally don't really smell much. I don't know, y'all, I really don't smell much with this one, but I know for sure the other 3 definitely smell just like roses, just like lavender, and just like pomegranate for sure. So again, that is their set of cuticle oils. And y'all, please oil your cuticles. Please oil your clients' cuticle. Make sure that you tell your clients to oil their cuticles, because we can't be walking around with no crusty, dusty cuticles and then their nails are super cute, because it's just gonna take away from the whole nail set, you know. So make sure that you check them out. So again, that was the Modelones cuticle oil set. Alrighty, so up next I'm gonna be doing a set on myself using the acrylics. So first thing I'm doing is just going in and pushing back those cuticles. After that, y'all, my cuticles, like I said, I've been working a lot, so they've been a little dry and crusty. So I'm just going in and just nipping away any of that dead skin. After that, we're gonna go in and prep my nails. So I'm just going in with my 80/80 hand file, and just removing the shine from my natural nails. Once I finish doing that, I dust my nails off, and then I'm going in with my natural nail tips, just applying those on all of my nails. As always, whenever you're applying your nail tips, you want to make sure that the nail tips fit exactly from sidewall to sidewall. You don't want them to be too big or too small, because then you'll have problems with lifting or breakage. After that, I'm going in and just trimming the nails down to my desired length, and then we're gonna go in and shape them up. So I want kind of like a tapered squared, but more on the squared shape. So I'm going in with that same 80/80 hand file, and I'm just filing them at exactly a 90-degree angle. Y'all remember that when you're filing, you want to make sure that you're really holding that file really straight against that nail at exactly that 90-degree angle. I know I say that a lot, but that's just the way to get that perfect shape that you want. So we're gonna go ahead and shape up all of the nails. After that, we're gonna go in and just dust them off, and then we're gonna go in with a primer and then our acrylic. So again, these are the Model Ones acrylic powder kit. It comes with 8 different, or actually 12 different acrylic powders. I'm gonna be using this glittery red. I'm gonna be using a gold glitter as well. I'm gonna use just the solid red, and I'm gonna use this nude one, which this kit comes with a good variety for sure, but I wanted to do like a Christmas set. So I'm gonna use the number 8 acrylic brush. And honestly, y'all, when I started using it, because I did swatch some of the acrylics before I did this, and to be completely honest with you guys, the brush to me just was not doing it. It literally, like, all the bristles kind of went crazy, and so I cleaned it up really good with the cleanup brush, but it just, or not cleanup brush, but with the brush, like cleanup brush solution or the brush cleaner, and it just would not go back to its, you know, good stage. So I decided to just go ahead and switch brushes, but it definitely, you know, goes to show how important a brush is, because the application just goes on a lot smoother. And so just going in with another brush, and obviously you guys can see how the acrylic just is applying on a lot easier. So I'm just gonna be doing a red on this thumb. Of course, making sure that I place my acrylic down, pat it down, making sure that it doesn't get on my skin, making sure that I'm wiping the sides off really well. That way there's literally no product on the skin. And then after that, I'm gonna make sure that I like kind of push the sides up. That way I don't lose my shape once the acrylic is applied. And remember that as you're working, it's super important that as you're doing this, that you're steady wiping your brush off on a paper towel, because you don't want any of that product to get stuck in your brush. So again, make sure that when you're doing acrylics, you want to make sure that you always use a really good brush. That is going to be one of the most important parts or tools that you will ever use when doing nails. But up next for this index, I'm going to be doing an ombre. So I'm doing the red at the tip, and then I'm going to go in with the nude color at the back. And really the key to doing an ombre is making sure that whenever you're applying your first bead, which would be this one, that you blend the acrylic really well in the middle like I'm doing here. You don't want there to be a harsh line, because then it's going to be really hard to blend it in, or to make both of the colors blend, because you're going to be able to see that harsh line in the middle. So just kind of blend it in the middle, and then you can go in with your nude color. So I'm going in with a little bit. This is another really important step, is whenever you're doing your nude color at the back, you want to make sure that you're not going in with a bead that's too large, because then it's going to take over the color that you did at the tip. So I recommend just going in with a smaller bead and just adding a little bit more as needed. That way you get a nice ombre effect, and then your nail, like I said, it doesn't take away from your ombre, especially as a beginner. I feel like that's what a lot of people do wrong, is they go in with way too much nude, and then you end up with just a little bit of color at the tip and then a whole bunch of nude. So Again, just making sure that as you're working, you're being really gentle when you're brushing. That way you also don't brush the acrylic too far down. But for this middle finger, I'm just gonna go in with the nude. And y'all, when I say this nude is so pretty, it's like a really light shade of like, not brown, but like a beige color, like a sand color almost. So I'm just gonna do this on my middle finger, as always, just patting down, and then as it gets closer to the tip, I just start brushing down. And then just I'm gonna apply another bead, by making sure that as I'm doing it, then again I'm just brushing the acrylic up on the sides and making sure that we're able to keep our shape. That way once we're done, we're not having to go in and do so much filing, because you know the acrylic just, it won't be thick on the sides if you make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing during your application. So for the ring finger, I'm gonna go in with the glittery red. I'm just gonna do this over the entire ring finger. And then for the pinky, I'm gonna go in with the gold, which y'all, the glitters are absolutely beautiful. They're so pigmented and they're so shiny as well. So I definitely love that. I know for a fact, like back when I first started using Model 1s, like their formula was a little chalky, I'm not gonna lie, but throughout the years their formula has gotten a lot better. So if you're, you know, on a budget, especially if you're a beginner and you're looking for acrylics to buy or just to kind of play around with and practice, this definitely, you know, is a good investment. They always come with like really good variety of colors. Again, this is more of like a fall collection, but they always have beautiful collections with just a wide range of colors. They always come with like glitters and solid colors and different shades, and so definitely really good for a beginner if you're just wanting to do your nails at home. I think they're definitely, you know, worth it. But yeah, so for this pinky, I'm gonna be doing just the gold glitter. And y'all, when I say this glitter is so shiny, definitely love it. And I think it's just even more shinier because it's gold, but it has just a tiny bit of silver, and so when the light hits it, like, it's just even shinier. So after we finish the acrylic application, we're gonna move on to the next step, which is gonna be our shaping. But y'all, remember, if you make sure that you have a nice and flawless application, you really won't have that much filing to do. So this is what my nails look like after the acrylic application. Again, these are the acrylics that it come with, but y'all, look at how nice and even all of the nails are. We don't have any bumps and lumps. They're not too thick or too thin, so definitely perfect. That way I can just go in and shape them up, and then even during the filing, like you know, with the e-file, I won't have to do that much filing because they're already nice and even. I just have to focus on making sure that I kind of, you know, file around the cuticle area. That way the acrylic doesn't lift or anything, which if you have a good prepping routine, that you won't have to worry about lifting anyways, but you still want to make sure that you do some good filing. But I'm just going back in with my same 80/80 hand file, just going in and filing or shaping those nails at exactly a 90-degree angle. That way we are basically perfecting the shape. Alrighty, so after we finish shaping the nails, this is what the nails look like. Literally perfect. I have that perfect tapered square shape that I wanted. And so after that, we're gonna go in with the e-file and we're just gonna file all of the nails. Again, they're already nice and smooth, literally a flawless application. So when I'm using my e-file, I'm going to use it at about 8,000 RPMs. And again, since the nails are already nice and smooth, I'm just going to focus on filing around that cuticle area. And then I'm still going to file the rest of the nail, but just focusing mainly on the cuticle area. That way the acrylic is nice and sealed around the cuticle and we won't get any lifting. And then also just the FYI, I'm not keeping the set on, so I'm not going, in very detailed when it comes to the filing part, just because I don't want them to literally be stuck on my nails and then I have to soak them off. So I'm just going in and doing a gentle file for sure, but I'm just going in with my 180 sanding band. I recently started using the sanding band instead of the actual extra fine drill bit. But again, I'm not keeping this set. Now, if I was keeping this set on, then I would be going in with my extra fine drill bit. So I still use that one as well. I actually just didn't have it with me, so I used that one. But now I'm going in with my buffer, just going in and buffing the nails really, really good. That way we're getting rid of any of the scratches. Now, I will say that me using the sanding band, maybe it was too coarse, but it did leave a lot of scratches on the nail. So even after I buffed them really good, I could still see a few scratches on the nail. You'll be able to, you can kind of notice, especially on this thumb, like you could really tell, but the nails were still smooth. It just left the scratches. But as you can see, after I did the top coat, like they definitely went away. So I'm going to be doing like a Christmas design. So for this thumb, I'm going to be doing like a sweater effect. So I did my top coat and I cured, and then now I'm going in with my red gel polish, and then I'm doing that over, I'm doing some lines going down the middle, and then I'm going to go in and do the little design. And again, this is called like the sweater design. So after I finish doing my design, I'm gonna go in with my red glitter acrylic, the one that I use for my ring finger, and I'm just gonna pour that over the top of the nail while the acrylic is still, or not acrylic, but while the gel polish is still wet. And so that way it'll give us like that textured effect to the nail, and so it's kind of like literally that sweater look. So I'm gonna go ahead and just going in and doing the lines on the side. And then I'm gonna go in and just pour I'm literally just using a cuticle pusher and just pouring the acrylic over the top of the nail. And like I said, the gel polish is still wet, the red one is still wet, so the acrylic powder is just gonna stick to it, and then it's gonna give us that kind of almost 3D effect. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds, dust it off, and that's what it looks like. So now for this one, I'm gonna do kind of like a candy cane look. So I'm just going in with a white polish and I'm just drawing my little lines. I definitely love this red glitter. This one also has a little bit of silver in there, so it makes it really, really shiny once the top coat is on there. But that's why I wanted to do the candy cane on this one. But yeah, so I'm just making some lines bigger, some a little bit smaller, and just adding more like in the gaps. So for this index finger, I'm just going in with a top coat, and then I'm gonna go in with my white gel polish, and I'm just gonna draw a few little two snowflakes, and then I'm gonna do a little diamond in between the snowflake. And then I'm also going ahead and just doing a top coat on the rest of the nails as well. That way I can go ahead and cure them. I'm using my Model-Ones gel top coat, and I'll be sure to leave the link down below to all of the items that I'm using. But like I said, I'm just going in and doing my little snowflake, and I'm gonna do this one right here, and then I'm gonna do another one below it, and then two tiny ones on this side, which are gonna look almost just like a cross. But you want to make sure that when you're doing your snowflake, because it's so small and like literally fine lines. You want to make sure that when you're doing this, it's not too much polish on your brush, because that's definitely the key. If not, you're going to end up with like really thick lines, and it's going to take away from your snowflake. Alrighty, so I cured the white, and then now I'm just going in with the diamonds in between the snowflakes and curing that under my Melody Susie UV LED light. And then I'm going in with some bling. I'm just going to do some in the middle of this nude one. I'm just doing a bigger stone and then smaller ones around it. And lastly, it's only right that we go in with our Model 1's cuticle oils. I'm going to use the scent pomegranate because, y'all, when I say it smells so good, like it smells so good. So I'm going to just apply that around my cuticles. And I'm going to just rub it in, and you're going to see how it literally just makes your whole set, like it just kind of ties everything together. It makes your fingers just look really healthy and glowy, and it, like I said, y'all, it's literally like lip gloss for your cuticles. Like it just makes them pop. It just makes the whole set pop. So I'm going to go ahead and just rub that in, and here is the final look. They turned out really, really pretty. I absolutely love the colors, the designs, but definitely my favorite have to be the glitter nails. They're so shiny. So again, y'all, don't forget to check out their cuticle oils. I love the different scents that they have. Their oils are actually made out of natural plant oils. Their formula is non-greasy. I love the lipstick design, and also their packaging is environmental friendly. So make sure you click the link